Hey everybody, let's do this warm up and do a little review of what mostly a lot of 5 of them portions webs, right? Let me go ahead and put this in here. Okay, last few problems I hadn't put in there. Sorry about that. Anyway, you know the drill. Copy these down. Okay, remember how portions webs work, right? They have a fraction on top, right? They have a decimal on the left side on the bottom. They have a percent on the right side on the bottom, right? And in the middle, they write it in words or draw a picture. Okay, the picture on this one is the entire pizza, the whole thing. All right, copy this down. Go try it, come back, and let's see how you did. All right, let's see how you did, everybody. First off, that diamond, most popular diamond ever. 7 times 6 is 42. 7 plus 6 is 13. How about 5.6 and 7.8? That's going to be 7 and 8 tenths, right? 7 and 8 tenths. When you add, it's going to be 7 and 8 tenths. When you multiply, 7 times 8 is 56. The decimal is here on this one. So that's already a 7. I didn't have to deal with that at all as far as pretending there's no decimal. But to pretend that there's no decimal here, I had to move the decimal over 1 spot to the right. So I have to go back 1 spot in my answer. That's how you get the 5.6. All right, now we have 4 hundredths and 4 tenths. What's going to work there? 2 tenths and 2 tenths, right? When I add, you line up the decimal. So you can see how you get that. When you multiply, you just multiply like there's no decimal, but I had to move the decimal over 1 spot there, 1 spot there. So that's 2 spots in my problem. I got to go back 2 spots in my answer. And if there's an empty spot there, I say fill in that egg carton. Okay. How about 10 and 6.5? You may have remembered seeing this before. 4 times 2.5, right? 2.5 is 5, and 2 5s is 10. So 4 times 2.5 is 10. Another way of looking at it is 4 2s is 8, and 4 halves is 2. 8 and 2 is 10. 4 plus 2 is 6. 4 plus 2.5 is 6.5. Okay? All right. Now, again, remind you, I like the way they set up these portions webs because if I want to go from a percent to a decimal, I'm going this way. And if you always think you're always moving 2 spots, 26%, the decimal 2 spots, it's going to be before that 2, 0.26 or 26 hundredths. Now, 26 hundredths can be written like this, and that is also how you change a percent to a fraction. You remember percent. Percent means per 100. Cent means 100. So 26% is 26 per 100. You can write it like that. Now, you're not going to leave your answer like that because both of those are even. So you want to simplify it. Even means that 2 goes into it. 2 goes into 26 13 times, goes into 100 50 times. Now, I'm not going to draw a picture of 13 50ths, so I'm going to write that in words. 13 50ths. Now, why should you practice doing this? You should practice writing in words because sooner or later you're going to be rich and have a checkbook. And when you write checks, you have to write it in words too. Okay, good practice. All right, 52 hundredths. If you closed your eyes and I said 52 hundredths, you wouldn't know if I said this or this, right? So that's one way. And again, portions web, if I'm going from here to here, I'm moving that way. So I'm going to move the decimal that way 2 spots, and it becomes 52%. Now, this can simplify, right? 52 cards in a deck, so I know that 4 goes into 52 13 times, right? Right? Ace through 10, Jack, Queen, King, that's 13, right? And 4 suits in the deck, right? Diamonds, hearts, clubs, and spades. So 4 goes into 100. So this simplifies to 13 25ths. And again, man, they like this 13 on this one, huh? 20, and that's why I use a hyphen there, fifths. And remember, all fractions and decimals, when you write in words and in THS, that really helps you with decimals because THS reminds you everything to the right of the decimal ends in that when you write it in words. And the cool thing is, in 6th and 7th grade, most of the decimals you deal with are tenths, starts with a T right next to the decimal. Hundredths starts with an H, 2 spots from the decimal. Cool thing to remember. All right, 1.0, that's the whole enchilada, the whole burrito, the whole pizza, 100% of it. Easy enough. It's just one, right? So easy, you feel like you're cheating. 51%, move it 2 spots this way, I get 0.51 or 51 hundredths. And 51, the only factors of 51 are 1 times 51 and 3 times 17, and neither of those numbers go into 100, so I cannot simplify that. So 51 hundredths. THS, there it is again. 78 hundredths simplifies to 39/50. 78 hundredths is 78 hundredths. Again, if you close your eyes, I say this number or this number, you don't know which one I'm saying. Okay, 2 spots to the right ends up being 78%. Now, why did we do 5 of these things? 5 of these portions webs. Why? Because later on today, you're going to get a math homework assignment. It's going to be the checkpoint problems for chapter 5, which is towards the back of the book, page 487, if you actually flip through your book. And you have to do 20 of them. I did 5 of them on the video for the homework. I just did the last 5 of them, 16 through 20, on this one. So I did 10 total for you. That means I did 10 out of the 20. That's 1 out of the 2. What fraction and percent is that? That's 1/2. That's 0.5. That's 50% done for you. But don't just copy. Try them yourself. Check your work. Check your answers. And then you will make sure that you are prepared for the test tomorrow. Okay? Test? Did he say test? Yes, you know a test was coming, right? Whenever we do the closure problems, whenever we get to the end of the chapter, there will be a test. All right, 39/50ths in words. Okay, finish this, right? Generic rectangle. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times what is 3/7? 3 times 1/7 is 3/7. 4 times what is 1/2? Uh-oh. 4 times what is 1/2? Well, 4 times 1, so that must be, okay, 1/2 is the same as 1 or 4/8. This must be 1/8. That was kind of tricky. I didn't realize I was making it so tricky for you. And 1/8 times 1/7 is 1/56. Now I go add these. I got 12. I got 3/7, but I already know that I'm going to need some 56 there, right? So 3/7 is how many 56? Well, I did 7 times 8, so I got to go 3 times 8. So I got 24/56, right? 1/56, and 1/2 is 28/56. So 28 plus 1 is 29, plus 20 is 49, plus 4, 53/56. 12 and 53/56. All right. How'd you do? All right. When you add, subtract, or compare decimals, line up the decimal. I'm going to put that 4.2 above that, but I'm going to put the decimal first. So I make sure I put the 4 there and the 2 there. And then I say, whoa, that looks kind of weird. There's nothing next to that 2. And there's this 3. Do I bring the 3 down? No. That's the most popular wrong answer. When you put the 0 here, you realize, oh, I have to borrow. Okay, 10 minus 3 is 7. I got to go borrow again. 11 minus 7 is 4. The decimal comes straight down, and I get 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 and 47 hundredths on that. How'd you do? Okay. If you missed that, you probably missed that because you're probably not lining up the decimals. Don't put the 1 and the 5 here. Line up the decimal, right? Put the 1 here and the 5 there, and then you realize, oh, there's nothing there. Put a 0. All right. 9.75 on that one. Did you get it right, or did you get 8.40? Okay, make sure you line up the decimal. Okay. This was a multiple choice test, 8.4 would be one of the wrong answers choices, right? So you see, oh, there it is right there. I must have got it right. All right. When you multiply, pretend like there's no decimal. 3 times 102 is 306. But I had to move the decimal over once there and twice there. That's 3 spots I had to move the decimal in my problem. I got to go back 3 spots in my answer. So your answer is 0.306 on that. I can't add or subtract fractions unless the denominator is the same. Now, why am I lucky here? Because 4 goes into 12. So I'm going to change 3/4 to 12ths. How many 12ths? Well, I did 4 times 3, so I got to do 3 times 3. That's 9 12ths. And 9 12ths minus 5 12ths equals 4 12ths. Now, if this was a test, you wouldn't be able to find 4 12ths as one of your answers. Why? If you ever think you did it right on a fraction, you can't find your answer, consider that you can simplify it. Okay, 4 goes into 12, right? 4 goes into 4 once, into 12. This simplifies to 1/3. Okay, all right, 8ths and 5ths. What number do 8 and 5 both go into? 40ths. So I'm going to change both of these to 40ths so I can add them. I did 8 times 5. Don't put a 5 there. Well, 3 times 5. I did 5 times 8. You don't put an 8 up there. You go 2 times 8. Now 15 40ths and 16 40ths is 31 40ths. How'd you do? All right. Multiplying fractions is what? Hopefully you yelled easy. Why? Because you don't have to worry about denominators on this one. You go 3 times 2 is 6. 5 times 7 is 35. Boom. You're done. Mic drop. I'm out of here. No, I'm playing with you. You got to do this last problem, huh? What does mean in math? Hopefully you said, you yelled, multiply, right? Now, how do I make this a multiplying problem? I change this to, why are we doing all these proportion webs? So you can do stuff like this, right? 40% is the same as 0.4. 0.4 times 124 is like 4 times 124. And then I'm going to move the decimal and I'm done. So 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1, 9. And then 4. I got 496, but I had to move it over 1 spot. I'm going to have to move it back 1 spot. 40% of 124 is 49.6. Now I can say mic drop. I'm out of here. I'll be back next Thursday. No, I'll be back tomorrow. All right, you're stuck. You're stuck with me, man. All right. Hope you had fun with this. Hope you have a great day.